Most drivers believe engine failure happens because of bad luck, poor design, or extreme abuse. In reality, engines usually fail because of slow, invisible damage caused by oil mistakes repeated over time. The oil you choose and how you use it determines whether an engine quietly survives for 300,000 miles or wears itself out long before that. And the biggest mistake drivers make is assuming that all synthetic oils protect engines the same way. Modern engines are incredibly demanding. Higher operating temperatures, tighter internal tolerances, turbochargers, and extended service intervals all put enormous stress on engine oil. Under these conditions, oil is no longer just lubrication, it's the primary barrier preventing metal parts from grinding themselves apart. When oil loses viscosity, breaks down chemically, or becomes contaminated, wear accelerates rapidly without any obvious warning signs. One of the most misunderstood facts about synthetic oil is that full synthetic is not a guarantee of quality. Synthetic oils are built from different base stocks and additive packages, and those differences dramatically affect performance. Two oils with the same viscosity rating can behave very differently once exposed to real heat, pressure, and fuel dilution. Some oils maintain a stable protective film for thousands of miles, while others thin out and oxidize far sooner than expected. Cheap or poorly formulated synthetic oils often rely on heavily refined mineral base oils with minimal additive support. These oils may meet specifications on paper, but under real-world driving, they struggle to maintain protection. As heat cycles accumulate, additives deplete, contaminants build up, and the oil's ability to protect bearings, camshafts, and timing components begins to decline. This is why many engines show increased wear even when oil changes are done on time. Extended oil change intervals are another major contributor to early engine wear. Some oils are designed to last longer, but most drivers don't adjust for driving conditions. Short trips, stop-and-go traffic, cold starts, towing, and idling all accelerate oil degradation. When oil is pushed beyond its limits, sludge forms, oil passages restrict, and lubrication becomes uneven. Engines that fail early often show signs of oil starvation long before any warning light appears. Another oil-related mistake that causes long-term damage is using the wrong viscosity. Many drivers assume thicker oil offers better protection, especially in high-mileage engines. In reality, oil that is too thick flows slower during cold starts, the moment when most engine wear occurs. Even a few seconds of delayed oil flow can cause cumulative damage over thousands of starts. Using viscosity outside manufacturer recommendations often shortens engine life rather than extending it. Fuel dilution is an increasingly common problem in modern engines, especially those with direct injection. Small amounts of fuel can enter the oil, thinning it and reducing its ability to maintain a protective film. Oils with weak base stocks lose viscosity rapidly under dilution, leaving bearings and cylinder walls exposed. This explains why some engines fail early despite regular oil changes. The oil simply wasn't strong enough to handle real conditions. Oil filtration is another overlooked factor. Oil and filter work as a system. Even high-quality oil cannot protect an engine if abrasive particles circulate freely. Cheap filters often allow fine metal debris to pass through, turning oil into a grinding compound that accelerates internal wear. Mechanics can often identify engines that used poor filtration simply by inspecting worn components. What makes these oil-related problems so dangerous is that they happen quietly. The engine still runs, the oil light stays off, performance feels normal. Meanwhile, wear accumulates until compression drops, oil consumption increases, or bearing noise appears, usually when the damage is already severe. This is why choosing the right synthetic oil matters more than most drivers realize. Some oils collapse under heat and contamination, while others remain stable and protective mile after mile. In Part 2, we'll reveal the 10 best synthetic oils that consistently protect engines and explain what makes them work, so you can avoid the oils that quietly destroy engines and choose ones that truly extend engine life. Now that you understand how oil-related mistakes slowly destroy engines, it's time to focus on what actually keeps them alive. Engines that reach 300,000 miles and beyond don't survive by accident. They are protected by oil that maintains stability, controls contamination, and preserves a strong protective film under real-world conditions.
The best synthetic oils succeed not because of marketing claims, but because of chemistry and consistency. The oils that consistently protect engines share several important traits. They use high-quality synthetic base stocks that resist thinning under heat and pressure. They contain balanced additive systems designed to reduce friction, prevent sludge, and neutralize acids formed during combustion. And most importantly, they maintain film strength during the moments that cause the most wear: cold starts, heavy loads, and extended operation. One key advantage of top-tier synthetic oils is their ability to resist oxidation. As oil ages, exposure to heat and oxygen causes it to break down chemically. When this happens, viscosity drops and deposits begin to form. Oils with strong oxidation resistance stay cleaner longer, protect oil passages, and maintain oil pressure even as mileage increases. Engines using these oils often show clean internals during teardown, even after years of use. Additive chemistry also plays a major role in long-term protection. Anti-wear additives form a sacrificial layer on metal surfaces, reducing direct contact under high pressure. Detergents prevent carbon buildup on piston rings and lifters, while dispersants keep microscopic contaminants suspended so they can be captured by the oil filter. Oils that strike the right balance between these components consistently outperform those that rely on a single strength. Choosing the right oil also depends on how the vehicle is driven. Engines used for short trips benefit from oils with strong detergent systems and resistance to fuel dilution. Vehicles driven primarily on highways require oils that maintain viscosity over long intervals without shearing. Turbocharged engines demand exceptional heat resistance to protect turbo bearings and prevent coking. The best oils perform well across multiple conditions rather than excelling in only one. Filtration is another critical part of engine protection. High-quality oil must be paired with a quality oil filter. Premium filters trap fine metal particles without restricting flow and use reliable bypass valves to prevent unfiltered oil circulation during cold starts. Engines that last the longest almost always use consistent filtration quality along with good oil. Monitoring oil level is just as important as choosing oil. Modern engines can consume oil gradually without visible leaks. Running even slightly low reduces oil pressure, cooling ability, and protection margin. Drivers who regularly check and maintain correct oil level avoid the oil starvation that silently damages bearings and cam surfaces over time. Consistency is the final factor that separates long-lasting engines from worn-out ones. Engines that reach high mileage are maintained predictably. They use the same viscosity, the same quality oil, and appropriate change intervals based on driving conditions. Constantly switching oils, extending intervals too far, or ignoring early warning signs introduces unnecessary risk. The reality mechanics see every day is that most engines don't fail because of one bad oil change. They fail because of years of small oil-related compromises. The oils that protect engines for life only work when they're used correctly, monitored regularly, and paired with good maintenance habits. The takeaway is simple. There is no miracle oil, but there are well-formulated synthetic oils that consistently protect engines under real-world stress. Choose one built on strong base stocks, supported by a balanced additive package, matched to your driving style, and used responsibly. When oil is treated as a system rather than an afterthought, engines don't just survive, they remain reliable long after most vehicles are worn out.